Well, when they told me I was going last, I said, that's okay, I serve dessert, I'm used to it. Thank you for the amazing opportunity and for including small businesses like Sarah and Sid and myself. And Jessica, as always, I was one of those board members that had to make that hard decision and threw myself on the sword. So having that shield, I know, is very important. I know that everyone is looking to hire. So just a show of hands in the room, who's looking to hire right now? A lot of you. How many of you are also given a chance somewhere in your career? A lot of you. They're calling it the Great Resignation. I'm sure a lot of you have seen that. What are you specifically doing to retain your talent at this moment? Are you giving chances to your team? A company is nothing without its people. Those people are your special ingredient that make you unique. So we're going to have a little chat about your talent and where to find the ones that you need to. First, I'm going to challenge you to look internally at your team. There are many of your team members that are just looking for a chance to advance. When a job description comes out and your team is unaware of it, it is very upsetting to the team. Have you even talked to your team and let them know that you'll be hiring a position and you'd like them to consider advancing their career? Many of the people I have talked to recently that are looking for jobs say that they have not been given a chance internally, and they're feeling overlooked, or the job description, they feel they cannot do the skill set, but if given a chance, they could upskill and fill the role. If your teammates are not given a chance, they're going to find that chance somewhere else. If you're trying to retain staff but you don't have advancement for them, and they've been dedicated to you, especially during COVID, consider giving them an advancement in title. Director to senior director, associate to senior associate, and so on. Consider giving them a chance and growing them. Creme is a bakery. We have a 2 to 9 year longevity in employees at a bakery. You heard that correct, 2 to 9 years. People always stop and ask me, how do you retain talent? I tell them it's very simple. We value and we advance our employees. When our lead decorator started at the bakery, she expressed an interest in learning how to decorate cakes as she had an art background. She now, very soon, will be featured in a local publication with one of her art creations and is our head decorator. We had a cashier start, and she said, I'd really like to learn how to do all the specialty cupcakes. She is now our lead cupcake decorator. And our general manager expressed that she loved the industry and wanted to know more about the numbers and how to actually operate a business. She was promoted to general manager. 2 out of these 3 women are now recognized as 40 women to watch on the Iowa Restaurant Association because we gave them a chance. I challenge you to look internally at your team and look hard at who's looking for that chance. Okay, you're all looking at me and saying, that's great, I still need to hire people. I get it. I recognize there's a need to bring in new staff. Everyone's looking. Are you looking in the same pools, or are you looking outside in unique areas to find your special ingredient? We've heard tonight, there is a ton of people in Des Moines with very diverse backgrounds, and there's people coming every day that just need a chance. Creme has always had a position open at our bakery for people that need a foot in the door or someone who just needs that door reopened for them. We were introduced to someone who was not fluent in English, but had 17 years of kitchen experience. He had no baking experience. Guess what? We hired him. He's been with us for almost 2 years. We learn about his culture daily and the things that he likes. When he comes to the bakery, if you happen to be there at 12:30, you are going to hear every staff member scream his name because they are so happy he is there today. We now celebrate the Chinese New Year with him because it's important to him and he is part of our family. I often stop and think how different our shop would be had we had not taken a chance on him. We also had a position open last year. I went to a location where I knew that someone would need a chance to start over again. We welcomed a woman who was living in a shelter who was really looking to rebuild her life. She had been unemployed for 18 months because of her age and because of past mistakes. We hired her. Since hiring her a year ago as a kitchen staff, she's now been promoted to a baker. She's been able to reconnect with family because she's shown she is stable. She moved out of the shelter and into her own apartment. She obtained her driver's license after 20 years. When we helped her test, we lent her our car and cheered her on all the way. She is passionate about her work at the shop, and we're passionate about keeping her rebuilding her life. Most of all, I want to use my own example. My mentor is here tonight. He did not hire me, but he always saw me as a special ingredient. He was a principal at the firm that I worked for, never my boss, but always had a voice for those of us who were looking for a chance. In the 6 years that I worked at this firm, I was promoted 5 times. I can look back to that firm and say I was dedicated because I was given a chance. I often think about how Davis Sanders has truly changed my life. In his eyes, I was the special ingredient. We did not wake up and instantly become experts in our fields. Somewhere along the line, someone gave you a chance, and I'm sure a lot of you are thinking of that name right now. That person believed in you. You were dedicated to them, and even though you did not know the role, you learned it. You gave them everything you could, and because you gave them everything back, they, again, probably gave you another chance to help you further along in your career. My challenge is easy to you tonight. You are leaders. You are writing recipes of how things are going to work, but you also need to find those special ingredients, which is your team. If you put those special ingredients together, I know you're going to bake up something awesome. Thank you.